reboots nowadays are kind of becoming an issue. I think we're getting too many quick reboots.
Yeah, I think nowadays a lot of companies and a lot of these things are so quick to flip the switch on. Oh, okay, that franchise isn't doing good.
Yeah.
Let's give it a year or two and let's bring it
Reboot
back.
Yeah. Versus back in the day, we wouldn't see a character for a decade.
Yeah,
Then they would decide, okay, maybe we should bring this back.
Yeah.
Revamp it up, do something different.
Yeah, or
different spin.
sometimes you would never see a character ever again.
Yes.
Like they just one and done them.
Yeah.
But I feel like nowadays, and you see it a lot, not like whole on rebooting whole franchises, but you could tell that's what these companies were trying to do when they make like another Freaky Friday or they make another Enchanted movie, something like that, or Hocus Pocus, where they had these successful movies back in the days, even like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
They had these successful movies from back in the day, and they go, okay, we're kind of running out of an idea on what to do.
Let's do a soft reboot, but it's going to be technically a continuation.
A sequel where they're a little bit older now,
Yes.
but we know that their intentions are to try to soft reboot a whole nother new franchise with that company.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes. And I think even some of the examples you just gave are really good. Like they did the Freakier Friday. They recently just did the Amazing World of Gumball too. They brought that back, and Amazing World of Gumball hasn't been here for years. And a lot of people, what I've heard, said it wasn't really that good. Because think about it. Where is all these people talking about it?
I haven't heard people talking about it at all since it came out.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think that when you try to bring back projects that either ended on a pretty good note or even sometimes a bad note, but the series in general was good, I think some things just need to be left in the era they were made in.
For sure.
Like I wouldn't even say that they need to reboot like a Teen Titans right now, to be honest. I think that if you wanted to do something, just do a whole new project at this point.
Yeah, I think as much as I would want to see a continuation from that old Teen Titans series, I feel like they're just going to mess it up. And it's like, that's kind of why they did the Young Justice thing, which is kind of a reboot in a way for some of those characters, because some of those characters did show up in that show.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think they're better off, like you said, just making an entirely new series, new movie with those characters, because I think, in the end, it's just going to mess things up.
Yeah, because, like, in the end of the day, I don't have a problem with sometimes when they do reboots, some things can work. Like, we've rebooted the Predator franchise so many times where...
Yeah, hella times.
Now we have the new movie Prey that just recently came out. Now we're getting Predator Badlands, and, the list goes on. But I just think it's really interesting how we've done that, and sometimes it could work, because I actually was one of the few people that thought Prey was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I like
right?
it.
But a lot of people still wouldn't compare that to the original Arnold Schwarzenegger first Predator movie that dropped.
Yeah, no. I mean, even look at all the Terminator movies that were trying to come out in the early 2000s, like 2009, 2011. I think those movies are coming out. They all did so bad.
Yeah.
But they were desperately trying to get that series back, to try to reboot it, to try to start a whole new franchise of people, because I feel like a lot of these companies think like, man, I have these super iconic characters.
Yep.
So it's like I'm wasting money by not bringing them back. And in a sense, that is kind of true.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
But sometimes rebooting a character can really bury your franchise. Like this guy behind me, Freddy Krueger. They tried to reboot him in like 2000 what was it?
It was like
2010 or something?
2015, I think.
Was it like I think it was around that? It was like the early 2010s. They tried to bring him back.
No, you're right. Yeah.
And it completely ruined the character. Like we haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it just doesn't hit the same. Especially when you have an actor who portrayed him a certain way.
Yeah.
Trying to get another actor to redo
to fill those shoes.
What that guy did is super rare and hard to do. It's like, I mean, the only ones I could really think of is like with Pennywise. Tim Curry did so good back in the day.
Bill Skarsgård's good too.
But Bill Skarsgård made it his own thing and made it super good and arguably more popular than the Tim Curry ones.
No, 100%. I mean, but with Bill Skarsgård's It too, it was so long after that.
Yeah. It was like 20-something years or something.
It was a minute. So, it gave people some time to kind of forget who the character was.
Yeah.
And, bring it to a whole new generation of a younger audience who've never heard of the character It, or maybe they might have
seen the old movies,
or maybe they heard a little bit of it from their parents, but it's just a whole different thing. I mean, they recently have that new Jason show that's supposed to come out, or I think it's a movie.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a show made by A24. Coming out, and I mean, already that's kind of...
It's already looking a little bit bad to me.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I mean, at first I did like the design when they first announced the design, but now that I'm looking at it, and this is hella funny, but like they
Yeah.
recently put that same design like in the new Fortnite game.
Yeah.
And it just looks like seeing it in motion. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm
To
not
me, can I
feeling
be honest? It looks a little.
bland.
I was gonna say it looks a little too clean to me.
Yeah, it looks that
Like
too.
I
yeah,
need
that's it, yeah.
that algae growing
Yeah,
on
I
my
need some
dude.
swamp.
You know
I
what
need
I
some
mean?
swamp on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
like,
and I think that's a really bad thing where even sometimes you could bring back a character and he could be successful, but it could end badly. Like Michael Myers when they brought back him for 2018, that movie did good. You know, he's fighting all the firefighters, doing all this.
that
but
was
then
interesting. Yeah.
that newest one that came out like 2 years ago or something like that, the
Yeah, yeah.
Halloween Ends, I think it was called.
Yeah.
That
They
movie
brought
was,
back Jamie Lee Curtis and all that. Yeah.
that movie was not good, and at the end they like
You
throw him in
know,
a wood chipper or something.
Yeah, not
like,
even just that. I mean, even to just kind of go into that movie, it's like sometimes when they do the reboots, they are so more interested in just the cash grab or compared to making the story make sense. Because it's like, okay, if this is a reboot, why is it that now Jamie Lee Curtis's character is alive again, but she's talking about events that happened in the previous movies?
Yeah, that's a whole other problem with certain movies and they do reboots and they decide to retcon a bunch of stuff. Like retconning stuff, I think
It's hard a
could
little
work
bit.
sometimes,
Yeah.
but then you got people think like, okay, wait, but in the original
She died.
Halloween thing, yeah, she dies,
He throws her off the building.
but then sometimes she also doesn't die, and then she has a kid, and then Busta Rhymes comes and does martial arts against Michael Myers. So it's like, oh, what are y'all? What actually happened? What didn't happen? Because I think even in the newer ones that came out, she's not even his brother.
Yeah,
they're not even siblings anymore. In the newer ones that come out,
That's
she's
what I
just
heard.
like a babysitter or something. So it's like, so that's like, why do y'all choose to retcon certain things where she's supposed to be his brother in the original franchise, but then they made it so she's not anymore in the newer ones that came out.
Yeah,
And so it's
very
like,
weird.
why is he still chasing her down?
Yeah.
You know, so like I think sometimes when they do reboots and retcons like that, I think it just kind of just brings up more questions than just kind of solving anything.
I was gonna say, it's like you give people more confusion than anything else out of that movie.
Yeah.
So I just think sometimes when they do these projects, it's a problem. Like even recently, right now, they just announced that they're doing a continuation, I'll say, or kind of a reboot to me of Adventure Time with the new Fiona and Cake thing that just dropped.
Yeah, well, they already had that Fiona and Cake thing. The first season came out like a while ago, and then they're having a new season.
That's coming out. Yes.
I don't know when exactly it's coming out, but
They showed the trailer.
They're not advertising that thing at all.
You didn't see the trailer?
I didn't see the trailer. No.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks really interesting, but I think it is one of those projects that are the few that had a pretty
Gets
good
a pass.
continuation, right? But I think some things should be just left alone. And I think that they're
Yeah.
trying to milk the Adventure Time audience so much that the show almost kind of, I feel like this time around it's not going to feel the same. Me
Yeah, I
personally.
mean, I was a big fan of that Fiona and Cake season when it first came out.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good, and even recently I rewatched it again with my girl.
Yeah.
And I still thought it was a pretty good series for the most part.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're going to be able to strike lightning twice
Me
with this
neither.
next season. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see, but I heard already like Childish Gambino's not going to come back to voice Marshall Lee. So there's already a lot of weird casting things that they're doing over there that I don't know
Yeah.
how it works. Even on the first one, like they didn't get Kumail Nanjiani to come back to be Prismo.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna bring him back because I heard that he was actually upset that he wasn't able to be Prismo. Something with like his manager didn't tell him that they were filming it or something.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they're gonna do it. How long are they gonna be able to ride on this Fiona and Cake wave
That's what I
until
mean.
people are like, okay, give me Finn and Jake?
That's
I know they were gonna make a Finn and Jake movie or
Yeah.
they were gonna make something with Finn and Jake as adults. I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still gonna do that. And in the way that they're kind of advertising this show and the way that Warner Brothers and HBO is treating the Cartoon Network properties,
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna give
They're
these
not gonna
characters
do it.
any like
movie
good,
or anything that's gonna really do them justice. Because I'm gonna be honest, what you just said, I think, is the main thing of why people have a problem sometimes with reboots. Is that it's like, okay, wait, you guys didn't even actually finish these characters' story, even though you technically did.
Yeah.
But now you're going over to this other thing where it's still connected, kind of, but it's like their own world, and now their world is a real now, and it exists,
yeah,
and
it's a little
all these
confusing.
other things. And then it's like, they're adding all these other elements that, and I hate when they do this, and I'll get into this a little bit after, where they'll take characters from the original to keep you interested in these new characters. And because now in this new one, based off the trailer, it looks like Farm World Finn and Finn are going to cross paths again. And now they're going to, they're doing these things that we wanted
Yeah.
for a long time, especially like even when we were watching Fiona and Cake, was like, okay, I want to see some of these Finns cross
Yeah, they show
paths.
far more Finn in original Fiona and Cake season 2.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like those elements in a series sometimes work, and it almost becomes like this what if type of thing. Like, okay, you guys are giving us the things we always wanted to see. I think they have a problem doing that in certain series, like that 90s show. It's like, oh, the first episode, Kelso comes. Then Jackie shows up, and then we got Eric and Donna that come through, and Fez, and, you're doing that for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a big issue when they do, like, these reboots or these sequel series to the shows. Like, even Korra did it where, they'll show Aang.
It's a good one.
They'll show Toph. They'll show Katara. They'll show pictures of Aang doing the little marble thing, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, even in Fiona and Cake, like, they'll show little bits of Finn and Jake or Farm World Finn, and it's like they'll show all this stuff in trailers and everything, but it's like we know we're not going to get a lot of that in the show. Yeah. It's going to be like 5 to 10 minutes in one episode.
Yep. And that's it for the whole season.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why do y'all keep on, like, egging us on with these, like, little, like, teases of these past characters and stuff, but why don't y'all just give us that?
I was going to say, why don't you just give us these characters where they're at now?
Yeah.
Instead of showing, like, Finn is, like, now this, like, real man's man, and he has a huge beard, and
he has a tattoo on his chest.
He has a tattoo on his chest of Jake and all these other things. Why can't we see his day-to-day life? And then eventually, if you guys want to make these other things a side story, I think that would probably work better to me. I'm not saying that it was a bad thing that they did Fiona and Cake.
No.
I think it would have been better if you guys did a series of the, future of where Jake and Finn end up. And then we see in some of those episodes, because sometimes in Adventure Time, and this was a really good thing they were able to do, is they could do standalone episodes about something else.
Yeah, some random characters.
Randomly about
Bimo and Neptune or something.
It's and it would work, and people would still watch it and still enjoy it. So they could have done a new series where it's mainly about Jake and Finn and Finn's journey now, where he's at as an adult.
Yeah,
and
after Jake's death and stuff like that.
Navigating what's going on in his life, and then eventually they could do an episode about Fiona. They could do an episode about Marceline and where is PB. And just kind of see where all the characters are at.
Yeah, because they did that with the Distant Lands thing where they had an episode of, like you said, Marcy and PB. They had an episode with Peppermint Butler's son. Or Peppermint Butler. Then they had one with Bimo before he met Finn and Jake. And then they had the one with Finn and Jake. And I thought that was a kind of cool way to do it, but I didn't like that they only just did like 4 episodes. Like that should have been like a 6-7 episode series where each episode will get a random story from another character. That would have been a cool way to do it. I mean, I'm not complaining because those 4 episodes were good, but I get what you mean where there's nothing wrong with doing certain sequel series or reboots if you're going to, being like, oh, we're going to tell this story from this character from this series. Like, I think that's pretty cool and all, but at the end of the day, it's like there's so much left unsaid on the main characters that that people love. Like, people watch Adventure Time because of Finn and Jake for us.
We got into Adventure
Those
Time
are the main guys of the show.
Yeah.
So you're going to show me Finn being buff as hell with tattoos and a full beard, and now he has
killing dragon things.
And now he has Jake's daughter as his sidekick, or Jake's granddaughter, as his sidekick. It's like, I want to see that story.
I got to see what's going on. I want to see their relationship.
Yeah, why are they riding around in that van and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like, I want to see those things. And, I mean, I feel like eventually down the line they might give it to us.
Yeah.
But I think waiting too long might hinder your program. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might hinder your creativity, or not even your creativity, but, like, I think it's going to get less people interested if we got to wait 8 years or something like that. Yeah. And then now we see Finn and Jake older and everything. It's like, bro, just give it to us now. The same thing like how I don't like how they're waiting so long for the Avatar thing. And it's like, I don't like to rush. I don't like to rush people to put things out.
I get what you mean.
But it's like,
don't wait too long.
My guy.
Yeah. No, even
like,
to
give us a little something, bro. Give us a trailer. Give us something to show that you're actually working on this thing. Because it's like, we're hearing that they're doing the Avatar Genji. They're doing a Kyoshi series. They're doing the adult gang series, but they're also the movie. But they're also making a new Avatar fighting game that just got announced recently. They have a whole bunch of other games that they're making in the Avatar universe, and it's like, I feel like y'all throwing way too much things Avatar in different baskets. It's like, bro, work on the adult gang movie.
That's it.
Because that's what we really want to see for us. And then depending on that, let's start making the other stuff.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Because it's like, the Avatar IP has been so popular for years to this day that the fan base is still alive and well.
Yeah,
right?
hell yeah.
But my point I'm saying is that a thing like Avatar, them rebooting it or, you know, continuing the story, because pretty much Legend of Korra was a reboot.
Yeah.
And now this new Avatar that's coming out, I think that if they want to save the Avatar series, because I'm telling you right now, based off of the climate we're in already, bro, doing 2 back-to-back stories the same similar way, where you're going to get this girl who's probably going to be already hella OP and do it that way, people are already going to tune out.
Yeah, because it's Korra all over again.
Because it's basically Korra all over again. Yeah. But a way to make that story really interesting, and this is just my opinion, and I might have a good theory for these people, I think with the new Avatar series, if they're going to really do this, the way they can cook is do a story of this girl having to find all her connections back with all the avatars. So then we would see her interact with every different avatar.
Yes.
And I'm talking all the way back to Avatar 1.
Yeah.
And that would be such a dope story, is that she has to build that spiritual connection again with
every
every single
one.
avatar.
Yeah.
And then you guys would even get to Korra. We would see Aang again. We would see Roku again. We would see all of these Kyoshi.
Yeah.
And I think that would be such an interesting story of showing how her avatar has to build this thing back up and restore the balance of being the avatar, restore her all the past avatars.
Yeah, and I think
that would be such a good story.
And I think even a cool way to even redeem Korra's avatar as well.
Yeah,
like that could be the first one she connects with is Korra.
Yes,
and if Korra is leading her through the series,
Korra's
trying to telling
Roku.
her, telling her like, look, that's where I messed up at.
Yes,
don't do what I did wrong or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like she's kind of like coaching her through finding all the old avatars, and in a sense, Korra's also getting back in touch with her past selves as well. So it's like you're also redeeming Korra at the same time while redeeming the whole Avatar series. So I think that would be a good ass way to do it, to be honest with you.
I'm telling you.
Hell yeah, that would go crazy if they did it like that.
You know, and then another element I think that would be cool is that like if they also cleaned up that whole storyline between the 2 Avatar states, pretty much like the Dark Avatar and the Light Avatar, they could literally do a good series, because pretty much they vanquished out the other Avatar, right?
I think they should have done that.
Right? I think they could even make it make sense, where the reason why they open up the new story, the world is out of balance because they need both sides.
Yeah. They need the Dark Avatar.
Like the real yin and yang, like you remember the fish, right?
Yes.
So I'm thinking like that would make a lot of sense if they almost need a Dark Avatar, and because apparently I heard that this story is about 2 twins.
Oh, one's the Dark Avatar,
so
one's
one
the main
could
Avatar.
be the Dark Avatar, and that will be where there's almost this level of balance, and they have to almost not. They can't kill them, but they feel as if it's necessary to do so. So it's such a dilemma in that story. Like, I need balance, and the other one is trying to kill their sibling.
That would be hard.
I think that would be such a good story as they're trying to connect all this spirituality back. Getting all the avatars. I think that story would be 10
If they
out of
do
10.
that, that would go crazy. If they make them twin siblings and one's the Dark Avatar and one's the Avatar that we follow.
Yes.
Like if they make one of the twins, his spirit or her spirit is controlled by Vatu, the evil Avatar, and then the other Avatar is the good one.
Yep.
And they had to battle out throughout the seasons. And then maybe, I don't know if they want to go down this rabbit hole, but maybe at the same time, while our Avatar is getting in touch with their past avatars, the evil one is doing the same thing too.
That's interesting. No, I'm not.
So
then
now we're introduced to new evil avatars that we've never even heard about.
And
or seen before, you know what I'm saying?
And I think even we could watch them both go through their trainings on both ends.
Yeah.
And we're seeing, because you know how the story of the first Avatar was showing Zuko's perspective and Aang's perspective. They can do and mirror that, but we're seeing both of them go through their Avatar cycles.
Yeah.
And one of them, their Avatar cycles could be backwards.
Opposite.
One of them has to learn the earth, wind, fire, whatever, and then the other one has to learn fire, wind, yada yada yada. They're learning it opposite. You know what I mean? And I think that would be a really interesting and good take that they can do for that series. But I don't know. I just think that when it comes to some of these projects, they need to think a little bit deeper, because it's like, bro, we're not even in the writing chair and we cooking already.
I'm saying, bro.
That's not a bad idea.
I'm saying, bro.
But
I think they just low-key think too hard, and they are trying to please all aspects of people. But it's like, Bro, forget all that, bro.
Make your series.
Make what you think would be really, really good. Stop
Yeah.
trying to please everybody because certain people are going to get offended if you make this character weak or if you make this character too strong or whatever. Like, just make what you think will be a good series, and then when it comes out, we'll be the judge of it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what needs to happen because, like, when Avatar first came out or even when Korra first came out, I don't think they were making it with the intentions of, like, okay, we got to please this certain fan base to do this.
Yes.
And I think nowadays, that's like when they're in that little writing
number
table,
one. Yeah.
they're like, okay, let's not try to offend anybody when we're making this series.
Yes.
It's like, bro, who cares about all that?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if it's a good series, bro, it's going to be a good series. Bro.
And on top of that, there's a lot of things that are going to offend anybody. You can find people can get offended by literally anything in this world.
Exactly.
So just do your series the way you want it. Make it something that you know people are going to enjoy. That's the whole purpose of why you're trying to create anything anyways.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If I'm making food, I'm not going to make food for my family that people don't like.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, somebody at the table might not like chicken.
Yeah.
But they might sit there and still be like, you know what, bro, this is actually not bad, and I usually don't like chicken.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think doing all these projects or making a reboot, I think it's okay to do them, but don't spam them. We don't need a spammed reboot where in a year
we got like
get
four different tellings of these characters.
A new Ghostbuster. We get a new Batman movie again.
Yeah.
We get a new Superman movie again. It's like just to let some of these projects sit for a couple years. Do a new thing, you know what I mean? Do something else. Make some more original projects.
Yeah.
What happened to original projects?
Bring out some characters that we haven't seen before in a long time. Make a Green Lantern movie. Make a Flash movie.
Bro, make an Animal Man movie. I'm sorry to say this. He is such an interesting character. I'm not going to go down the list. He is such an interesting character.
There's so much characters there at their disposal for like a lot of these characters.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these companies that they could use, and it could be a brand new billion-dollar franchise.
Exactly. That becomes a huge thing where a bunch of this character gets a huge fan base out of nowhere.
Bro, look at the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Bro, they became almost $1 billion thing.
Groot is everywhere.
Exactly.
You know
Baby Groot. There's so many girls that like Baby Groot, Rocket. You know what I'm saying? All these characters. And most of us didn't know who the hell the Guardians of the Galaxy were.
Before 2014, no one knew any of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly.
Maybe Rocket or Groot because they're like in Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff. But other than that, it's like
nobody knew.
That's still a slim amount of people who knew who these characters was.
Yeah.
And I think like companies like DC going and making a whole bunch of Batman movies, making a whole bunch of Superman movies or whatever. It's like in the end, you're gonna get people tired of your main guys.
Characters. Yes. No, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, people are going to get sick of being like, bro, I'm sick of seeing Batman. I'm sick of seeing Superman. I'm sick of seeing freaking Peacemaker or Harley Quinn or whatever.
Yep, Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man. It's like you're going to keep on shoving these characters who are well-known characters, and everybody loves these characters. There's without a doubt, we all know that everybody loves these characters, but if you're going to just keep on trying again and again and again with these same characters over and over again, you're going to get the general audience tired of seeing those characters. So then when you try to actually make a good reboot of your franchise and you're trying to make Superman be the main ship of that thing, everyone's already going to be tuned out. Like, bro, I already seen like three of these.
Yeah.
I already seen 3 Batman movies. I already seen a couple Joker movies. And
in the last 5 years.
Yeah, in the last 5 years, we've seen like 3 different incarnations of these characters.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all doing that, you're shooting yourselves in the foot. For reals.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think down below about reboots or continuations or sequel series or anything like that. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys on the next one.